To answer this question about whether or not science equals truth, we need to first investigate what is science and then what is truth. So, what is science? Well, Oxford Dictionaries defines it as the intellectual and practical activity encompassing the systematic study of the structure and behavior of the physical and natural world through observation and experiment. So it's using experiments to discover things about our natural world, about the physical world, about its structure, but it's limited to the physical world. Okay, what is truth? Aristotle defined it as to say of what is, that it is, and of what is not, that it is not, is true. So truth is really just a correspondence between thought and reality. That if there's something real in the world, and then my thought or statement about it accurately reflects that thing as it is in the real world, that makes it true. So now, does science equal truth? Well, science does tell us true things about the world, but it only tells us about some of the things in the world. Science is not all of truth, but it certainly is a piece of truth. So it's not true that science equals truth. Here's another way of thinking about it. Let's draw a couple of circles. One circle will represent science and everything that goes into science and the way that science works. The other circle will represent philosophy. And if we were doing this bigger, we could include the other subjects too, like history, math, etc. This statement, science equals truth, is actually a philosophical statement about science. It's not a scientific statement because it's not something about the physical world. It's not about the natural world. It's not something that could be tested by experiment and observation and verification. And so that means that it's saying that philosophy is not truth. The statement says that only science is truth, so philosophy is not truth. But since this statement is in the realm of philosophy, that means this statement also is not part of what is true. And so really what we end up with is that this statement is self-refuting. Science equals truth is actually an irrational statement. To finish up, here's a quote from Richard Feynman about the domain of science and its limits.